Hey everybody, I'm Chef Tom with atbbq.com, and this is my good friend and chef Eric Gephart with Kamado Joe. Now, Eric's got a wealth of knowledge from cooking around the world, so what are you cooking for us today, Chef?
Today we're going to do a minimum effort, maximum result, New York style strip loin. I've never unveiled this method before. Super excited.
Let's get it.
Team, this New York strip method is a lot of fun. We're going to be using the entire loin today and almost treating it like a prime rib. But before we start doing some delicate trim work, let's go ahead and jump over to the grill and get it stabilized at 300 degrees Fahrenheit indirect. Today we're going to be cooking on the Kamado Joe Kettle Joe. In the last few weeks, I've really been putting this thing through the paces. I love it, both for low and slow and fast and furious cooks. First thing we've got to do is get charcoal in the firebox. So let's go ahead and open up this bag. This is one of my favorite parts of cooking, getting the bag open. And check this out, string pull challenge. So satisfying. Let's start by getting charcoal in our fire basket. Notice that we've got these 6 ceramic panels inside the fire basket. That's gonna help retain a lot of heat in this kettle style grill. That's one of the reasons I love this grill for low and slow. Let's go ahead and fill up our firebox 25% full with big block charcoal. So several of the mistakes I see people when they're lighting these grills is they're using too much charcoal, which hinders your airflow. Another way to get great airflow once we've got charcoal in our fire basket is to slightly bank it to one side so that we can see some of the tines of the fire basket. So let's go ahead and bank this slightly. And those are the tines I want to see. That's going to help promote great oxygen flow and get our grill stabilized at the temperature we're looking for a lot faster. So we'll light our Kamado Joe fire starters, and we're going to build sort of a natural lump charcoal cave here. You always want to light your grill from the bottom of the charcoal pile because heat's going to naturally rise. So we want to give that flame access to as much of the fuel source as possible. Our dome is open all the way. Now we're going to open our draft door, again to promote great oxygen flow and get our fire started fast. Now that our fire's lit, we're going to give it about 10 minutes, lit up, draft door fully open, to engage all of that charcoal and let the heat do its thing. With that 10 minutes, let's go over to this New York strip loin and do some light trim work. We've got a stunning New York strip loin from our good friends at Creekstone Farm, and this is one of my favorite steaks, bar none. So what we're going to do is just trim a little bit of this fat cap, and notice on this end, there's not a really large portion of fat, but if we look at this end, we've got almost an inch there. So we're going to trim some of that, and we're going to make sure that our fat cap is about 1/4 of an inch thick, and then score the top. So let's get started. Now on the back of this strip loin, you'll notice there's a bit of elastin back here. There's this really fibrous stuff that doesn't break down. So I'm going to slide my knife underneath and kind of cut this edge just to reveal it for you. So all this elastin we want to get off of there because that's not going to break down. Now that we've got a good fat cap and we've trimmed some of that elastin off, let's go ahead and cut a diamond pattern on the top. And this is going to promote some of that fat to render, for the smoke to go through the top, and for our seasoning to penetrate. We're trimmed up, we've got our diamond cut on the top. Now let's season it up. Today I've chosen a Lane's Barbecue Scorpion Rub. This is one of my favorite seasonings for beef. It's salty, it's a little sweet, it's a little spicy. Let's go ahead and get it seasoned up. Stunning. It's been 10 minutes. Notice how the charcoal is reacting and engaging with the flame. It's starting to ash or ember up. That's what I want to see. And we've got some really good heat signatures going. So I'm going to drop this hickory chunk, a dry, not soaked hickory chunk, in the hottest portion of this fire so that we can get that good combustion and blue smoke. We really want that piece of that wood chunk to combust, and I can see it on the edge now. You can't even see the smoke, but I can smell the hickory. That's what we want. When you're smoking, less is more. Think of smoke as a very powerful seasoning. Now that we reached the combustion state, let's go ahead and put the top piece of our slow roller right on top of the flame. Grill grates will fit directly on top. And now we've got a good fire, combustion on our hickory smoke, and our slow roller installed. Our slow roller is fully engaged right now. This is one of the benefits of the Kettle Joe, this slow roller piece. It makes it so easy to do an indirect low and slow cook on a kettle style grill, and you're gonna see 20% more smoke adherent on our New York strip. We're gonna place our seasoned and trimmed New York strip loin directly on top of that slow roller. Notice I'm putting fat cap side down. I wanna help start promoting that rendering, and I'm just gonna have it nice and centered. Let's close the dome and start dampering down the draft door. In conjunction with the draft door, we want to close this control tower a little bit just to inhibit airflow, and we're going to stall out at that 300 with some great smoke. Our New York strip loin is on the Kettle Joe bathing in smoke. Now it's a perfect opportunity for us to make the AP sauce or paint we're going to need. Super simple sauce today, only 6 basic ingredients: mayonnaise, garlic, water, red wine vinegar, fresh cracked black pepper, and a little bit of salt. Let's go ahead and start building it. About 2 cups of Duke's mayonnaise. I prefer Duke's to Hillman's. It's a little saltier and vinegar, more vinegar based. Hillman's is a bit sweet for me. 3 tablespoons red wine vinegar. 3 tablespoons water. 1/4 teaspoon salt, 1/2 teaspoon fresh cracked black pepper, and I do like fresh cracked for sure. Don't just use the stuff that's already pre-ground. Last but not least, let's mince some fresh garlic. 1 tablespoon fresh chopped garlic. Whisk. And this is a wonderful, pungent sauce for a beautiful New York strip. Good viscosity. We've been on for 30 minutes now. Let's go ahead and flip the strip loin. Notice how that checkerboard is doing a good job. All the rendering that's been occurring is a beautiful thing, and it's been driving that seasoning down in. Now we'll get another 20 or 30 minutes on this side with the dome down, and we're gunning for a temperature, an internal temperature about 115. It's been another 40 minutes, and this thing is looking spectacular. Look at all that bark we've got built up. Beautiful rendering. Let's take an internal temperature and see where we are. Spot on. We're looking for that 115 to 120. We're sitting right on the mark. Time to take the New York strip off and let it rest. Now that the New York strip is off, let's take the slow roller off and transition this Kettle Joe into a direct searing machine. We've taken the slow roller out. Now we need to adjust the hinge so that we're ready for direct grilling. I'm just going to pull this pin, drop it right down, tighten up, and we're ready for direct grilling. Grill grate's going on. Use our ash tool to bank the charcoal to one side so we have a direct searing side. The low and slow portion of this cook is over. We've got all the benefit of this beautiful bark, nice smoke on the outside. Now we've let it rest for about 10 to 15 minutes. Let's slice it into 12 to 16 ounce steaks. And remember, this is gonna look a little rare, as it should, because we're still gonna paint it with our AP sauce and then blister sear it. So I'm just gonna cut these nice thick steaks, and with all this newly revealed sides that we've just created, all this surface area that hasn't seen seasoning, hasn't seen smoke, let's get that paint on there. Go right on top. Grab our scorpion seasoning. Almost forgot this heel piece. That's a good one because it's got all the bark around it from the low and slow. The aromas are fantastic. The Kettle Joe and slow roller did a fantastic job of imparting all that smoke. Another benefit of the Kettle Joe is you can get the grill grate even closer on the second level to the fire. So because this is going to be a blistering sear, I've lowered the grill grate. It's closer to the embers. We're going to get that big, bold caramelization. Let's go ahead and put the first steak on. Third steak. We don't want to overcrowd. We want to allow that smoke to race up the edges. That mayonnaise-based sauce is caramelizing, providing this luxurious and decadent mouthfeel. And we're looking for about probably a minute on each side. All right, round two. Now this is dome up or lid up cooking. So we've got maximum airflow, amazing stuff. If we wanted to capture some of that dripping of the collagen breaking down into gelatin and smoke it with its own drippings, we could close this dome for a minute and let it soak up that flavor. But I'm of the thought that we've already got enough wonderful smoke adherent from using that slow roller. Let's go ahead and turn these. Literally best of both worlds. Big, bold sear, amazing low and slow. This is the prime rib killer. Stop it. Strips have rested for another 5 minutes, and this one has just got my name all over it. Slice. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Just like butter. And this just looks stunning. Look at that. All that beautiful marbling melted out from the low and slow, caramelization from the fast and furious. Look, and we've got some smoke ring on the tips of these, just stunning. Let's get Chef Tom in here to try it out. All right, Chef, let's give this one a go. Bite-sized piece there for you. Your choice. All right, Chef, give it a go. Tell me what you think.
You did good, Chef.
That's pretty good.
That is juicy.
Right?
Man, the smoke.
Smoke comes through, great caramelization. I think one thing I do like to do, shingle it out a little bit and then get a post seasoning.
Just a little more pop of salt on the inside where you didn't get any of that.
And salt actually as an activator just brings out the beefiness. All right, give that one a go.
Oh man.
That's it.
I got the fat in that one too.
Yep.
That's fantastic.
So folks, simple things done perfectly win every time. Kettle Joe is a blast on both low and slow with the slow roller, fast and furious with it taken out. It's just a really fun method.
Well, thanks to Chef Eric, and thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to check out atbbq.com for all the products featured in today's video. If you enjoyed the recipe, hit that subscribe button. And if you have any questions or comments, or there's anything you'd like to see us cook, let me know in the comment section down below, and let's be good to one another. For more recipes, tips, and techniques, head over to atbbq.com/thesauce. All things barbecue, where barbecue legends are made.